Yo, what's good, everybody? GZTV back on the TV show scene. We are going to be talking about a series that I'm far from being over with, and it really sucks because on vacation I've kind of gotten bored of the series. I didn't watch it at all during vacation, but I'm going to pick it back up. I'm going to be watching episode 5 later tonight as a perfect opportunity. There are no finals games. I still have a lot of YouTube videos to catch up on with you guys. You know, the Hustle movie just came out. I'm going to give a review for that. Rolling Stone dropped their top 200 hip hop albums ever. I have to review that and react to it, actually, because I haven't actually seen the entire thing. I've seen snippets of YouTubers reacting to it. It's kind of ridiculous, and I'm going to be aware that it's ridiculous when I watch that video. But anyways, we are going to summarize the plot of what happens. Shout out to Wikipedia for this one. That's where I get the plots from for Breaking Bad. It came out 15 years ago. They're gonna have the stuff for it. But anyways, Walton, this is kind of a blur, to be honest. This series is starting to become a blur, but I'm starting to get back into it. I still have like 3 more YouTube videos to drop for the rest of the day before we can be done with content. But anyways, Walt and Jesse meet at a gas station to discuss their next move. Walt says he needs time to reassure his family about after his fugue state because they were very worried about him. His little excuse he made before he can cook again, and gives Jesse $600. The next morning, Walt cheerily makes breakfast, clearly disturbing Skyler and Walt Jr. He made it very, very specific that he's not okay and something's up, or he made it very obvious and apparent. Skylar abruptly leaves the house and does not return until much later, not telling Walt where she has been. Relationship turmoil. The cocaine's getting in the way. The meth lab stuff is getting in the way. Although she doesn't know about it, I'm actually kind of excited because people are starting to kind of crack down on Walt's habits, like him leaving and not coming back, and her kind of doing the same, reciprocating that energy. They want a balanced relationship, but yeah, meanwhile, Jesse meets with an attorney and his parents who tell him that they have found the meth lab in his basement and are evicting him from his aunt's house. One of the most snitchy things a parent could possibly do to their kid. You know, obviously, I don't support selling meth, especially at the age that Jesse Pinkman is at in the show. I mean, I think he's like barely out of high school. I don't know if they said how old he was. He's not in high school anymore. I know that. He's older than that. But his parents, I mean, kicking him out and snitching on to the authorities on him is very bad, to be honest with you. And to be honest, the evidence they found of him being a bad person wasn't his evidence. It was his brother's, which was kind of sad for him. They tell him he has 72 hours to leave, but the next morning Jesse's mother arrives with workmen who take everything in the house to storage. Another broken promise from the parents, just doing their son really badly. I don't understand it, but it is whatever. They have the right to do it. Jesse at first tries to convince his mother that he can change, then angrily tells her that he earned the house by taking care of his cancer-stricken aunt while his mother did nothing. He might have a point there. She loses her temper and slaps him. The breaking point between Jesse and his parents. They're pretty much no longer affiliated in the show up to that point, or after that point. Hoping to reconnect with his son, Walt offers to give Walt Jr. a driving lesson while Skyler is out again. Walt Jr. shows his skills at driving, but Walt notices that he is using both feet to work the pedals due to his cerebral palsy. I mean, come on, Walt. Give your son a damn break. That was very weird that Walt was complaining about that. When Walt tries to get him to only use the right foot, Walt Jr. gets upset and accidentally hits the safety cone. Could have been a lot worse, to be honest with you. Yeah, Jesse searches for a place to stay, but all of his friends turn him away. While Jesse is making a call at the gas station, his motorcycle and all his remaining possessions are stolen. Dejected, Jesse breaks into the lot where his RV is being kept, but accidentally falls through a porta potty. Very unfortunate. Jesse's on rock bottom right now, dude. I don't know. Is this Eminem, dude? Come on. Drenching himself in waste. Very fucking gross scene. I mean, Jesus. Let's see here. He sleeps in his RV, only able to breathe through a gas mask because, again, I think it's still contaminated with shit. The next morning, Clovis, the lot owner, finds him and demands the money he is owed, plus extra for repairs of the RV and the porta potty. Having no cash, Jesse begs for time to pay him back, but Clovis kicks him out and plans to sell his meth cooking equipment, which is fucking stupid, honestly. You don't really have the rights to do that. Kind of a snake. Jesse breaks back into the lot, steals his RV, and escapes by driving through the locked gate. Very savage, badass scene for Jesse there. While Walt Jr. is at school, Walt tries to have a conversation with Skyler. He apologizes for how he has been acting lately. He's been doing a little too much. He's definitely been a little extra up to this point in the show. But Skyler's still convinced he is citing something and storms out when he won't tell her what it is. And it's a very confusing moment between the two because she thinks he has something hidden from her, and Walt's like, what do you think it is? And she doesn't say anything, and she's like, I don't know, you tell me. But Walt follows her out and sees the RV parked near his house. He confronts Jesse over making contact, and Jesse tells him he only wants his half of the money they've made and will disappear. Oh man, this is very bad. This is a very, very bad timing for Jesse Pinkman, and he always shows up at the Walt residence. He comes into contact with Walt at all the wrong times in this series, and this is another instance of it. Walt angrily states that he has done all the work while Jesse has done nothing, ranting that Jesse is a pathetic junkie who is too stupid to follow simple instructions. He might be right, I don't know. He kind of has a point there. Walt has been doing a lot for the meth business, while he has been on the sidelines doing nothing, and this is finally his big moment to admit that to tell him, confront him about it. This just causes Jesse to lose his temper and attack him. Which, honestly, Jesse probably shouldn't have done that, but he stops himself from beating Walt. Walt brings Jesse inside and gives him his half of the earnings, and then offers him breakfast. I guess I don't know, that was the quickest, most bipolar shit I've ever seen in a friendship in my life. I don't even know it's a friendship, it might be a partnership, to be honest. Meanwhile, back at the gas station, Skyler gets into her car and takes out a cigarette and lighter. She hesitates as she is silently judged by someone in a nearby car but starts smoking. Skyler is smoking a cigarette while she is pregnant. That's like what the episode leaves us on. I guess a stress reliever. Skyler's very stressed. She's showing her emotions. She's showing that she needs that stress reliever of smoking a cigarette, And that's kind of how that episode ends. This TV series, fun fact about it, it actually foreshadowed the Wayfarer 515 incident on the show. I don't want to look into that too much, but it's a pretty good episode. I would say it's pretty much like a 9 out of 10 episode, pretty close. Anna Gunn had a great performance. I think she's Skyler. It's at least an A- episode. Again, it's not like in a better half of episodes for this series, and honestly might be in the bottom worst, but it's not a bad episode. That just attests to how good of a TV series this has been so far, and I can't wait to keep diving in. And also, for HBO Max, I gotta get my uncle's login information so I can start watching Euphoria tonight. We're gonna start watching Euphoria. I'm gonna watch it with my dad every single night. It's gonna be great. I don't know when I'm gonna have time to do that tomorrow though, because the finals are on. We'll talk about the finals later as well. We have a lot more videos. We have 3 more videos to provide for you guys. I really appreciate you guys for sticking with me, being patient as I give you guys all the possible content that I've been holding in my vault for quite some time now. You guys are getting the next 3 or 4 days are going to be content packed. A lot of people are playing the Quarry game. I'm thinking about going and getting that game, either buying it straight from GameStop in the disc so I can have it, because it's like a memorable moment in horror gaming. I might play that. Obviously do hour-long playthrough episodes. There'll probably be 10 episodes of that if I play the whole thing. But yeah, I'm out, guys. Have a good rest of your day.